Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, the general rule for tomorrow will be more sunshine and less wind, so it'll actually feel a whole lot more mild tomorrow afternoon compared to today. We'll talk about that nice Sunday forecast coming up in just a few minutes. First, though, let's talk about Tropical Depression number 4. Right now, winds of 35 miles an hour. Remember, you need 39 miles an hour in order to make it a tropical storm. And we do expect this to turn into a tropical storm over the next 24 hours. Here's the track, and keep in mind there are still several possible solutions. One solution still takes this thing to the west of Florida into the Gulf of Mexico, but more and more of these solutions are starting to cluster around a scenario in which it goes to the east of Florida, skirting the Bahamas over the next 24 to 48 hours. So let's go further out into time, and you can see what happens perhaps just off the Carolina coast as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, and then by Friday and Saturday. One scenario also actually has it pushing off to sea. Now, if the scenario pans out, one of the reasons I'm fairly confident that it misses southern New England is that we'll have another piece of energy, basically a cold front, pushing through around the same time. These tropical systems, hurricanes, they don't like fronts, so that will help knock it out to sea, but it's something we obviously have to track as we look at more data in the coming days. One thing that will likely happen will be some rough surf, especially as we go towards the end of the weekend, given that the scenario pans out. Obviously, if it goes in the Gulf of Mexico, we don't have too much in the way of rough surf and rip currents to worry about. Worrying about rain? No, we're not doing that either. Right now on live Pinpoint Doppler 12 as we're scanning the skies across southern New England. And it's a cool night out there. Temperature 61 degrees. Winds are out of the northeast at 6 miles an hour. Check out some of these temperatures already down to 53 degrees right now in Taunton, 64 Fall River, 56 New Bedford, 61 in Westerly, Gloucester. We're at 59 degrees. And as long as these winds continue to slacken, I wouldn't be surprised to see some low 50s, even upper 40s very early tomorrow morning in some of our outlying areas. Now on the satellite picture, notice the trend. We are pushing the clouds down to the south. A few lobes of moisture moving in from northern New England, but all in all, more sunshine than what we saw today. In fact, as we go hour by hour, I'm going to stop it very early tomorrow morning. I do think some of these low temperatures are underdone. I wouldn't be surprised, like I just mentioned, to see 48, 49, even low 50s in places like Pasco and Smithfield and even portions of Bristol County, Massachusetts. However, because we have such low humidity tomorrow, look at the warm up, mid 70s by lunchtime. And I do see a light wind developing from the east-southeast into the afternoon. That will cool off the coast a little bit relative to inland spots. Inland areas like Providence, Johnson, wouldn't be surprised to see you get close to 80 while we hang around 74 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Westerly. Taking a look at our forecast going hour by hour for our CityCast, you can see noontime 75 degrees, 78 by 3 o'clock in the afternoon with more sunshine than clouds. We'll get some clouds every now and then, especially north and west of Providence. At the beach, mid-70s, mostly sunny skies. And if you thought summer was over, it is not. Look at this. We have some mid-80s showing up in the 7-day Futurecast. Do anticipate that it will get muggy, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, that front I was mentioning, which will hopefully knock any tropical system out to sea, that could bring a few showers Thursday night, even into Saturday. But for the most part, our weather looks like it's going to remain okay. We'll just have to watch the rip currents and some of that rough surf for the end of the week.
But it was a bit cooler this evening, or it has been.
Yes, it was. Yeah. You mentioned turning the heat on in the car. I was doing that as well.
I did. Our hands were cold.
No, you need to do that
People
sometimes.
are like, what? You did? Yeah. Thanks, Pete.
Yep.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 10, the Red Sox trying to forget Friday night's debacle. And the Yankees honor one of their legends.